PS Tuesday on the DNVR Broncos Podcast. That means we have number 2 in the house. We've got Henry Chisholm, Super Bowl 50 champ Todd Davis, and Pat Surtain rolling with us today. What's going on, Pat?
Shoot, everything's good, everything's well. Got to be back on, so.
Man, we're pumped to have you on. We're pumped to have you on. I mean, a big week. We've got, of course, the Patriots coming up this week, but also like the holiday season. Have you guys done all your shopping?
Yeah, I'm pretty solid.
Haven't started.
Have you thought about it?
No. That's going to be today. Because luckily, game on Saturday. It's like a long week now. Yeah. Today, this afternoon's kind of like when there's nothing I need to get done. So that's shopping time.
Okay. I bet tomorrow we're going to come in here and Henry's going to say, yep, haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, for sure, without a doubt.
I really hope not. I hope you're wrong.
Pat, are you all taken care of?
Yeah, I'm basically finished with everything. Got the fam right. But I'm hoping to see what I get. Hopefully I get some that match the amount of gifts I got.
Yeah.
No, I'm joking.
What do you want?
Nothing too major.
Okay.
I ain't gonna lie, I didn't even come up with a Christmas list for real.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I just feel like ain't no need to.
Yeah. Because
when you get at a certain age, it's like you give more than what you want to receive.
Sure.
Definitely.
So that's what I'm doing this holiday.
Last year we did a video where we asked everybody like, what do you want for Christmas? Justin Sternad said an Apple Watch. And I was like, well, just go buy an Apple Watch. Like you're an NFL linebacker. Like I'm sure you could afford an Apple Watch.
Yeah,
no, we know you can afford it.
We know that. Like the contract details are public.
I feel like it's tough because like by the time Christmas comes around, like you kind of bought all the stuff you kind of wanted throughout the year. So it's like, I'm with whatever.
So does that
what
mean
store did you do the most of your shopping at?
I did online. A lot of expensive luxury stores.
Yes. So it's gonna be a good Christmas for the fam.
It's gonna be a good Christmas for them. Hopefully no complaining, you know what I mean? But yeah, it should be a great
If so,
Christmas.
you just show them the receipt and say, hey, I spent the money.
Yeah.
Todd, can you get good gifts being an NFL player? Or is it just like you said, like, I bought everything I want?
Yeah, I think it's like meaningful gifts. And then even if it's something like something that my wife buys me with my car, I still love it. Like it doesn't matter. I think it's all love at the end of the day. So
yeah. And we're gonna get into some more holiday, maybe a little Santa Surtain game in the fourth segment. But before we get into that, let's just talk about what happened this past week. Obviously, not the way you wanted the game to go. Pat, take us through the game. What happened?
I think necessarily what happened was like the first quarter, second quarter, we was pretty good. We held them, the field goals and stuff, stopped them on, important third downs. And I think, second half, we wasn't executing at a high level. And I think, credits to them, they're a good team. They was running the ball well. And some plays, in the passing game, we wish we could have capitalized on. But I think all in all, the faults that was, throughout the game was just them out executing us throughout the majority of the game. So it's something that we looked at, that we, corrected. And obviously these next 3 weeks, we got to fix whatever need to be fixed because it's very important coming up.
As a team and as one of the leaders on the team, do you take the mindset after a game like that? Like, that was just a bad game, let's wash it away, we're 6-2 in our past 8 games? Or do you take the mindset of like, okay, this is something that we've got to focus on even more because we're 0-1 in the past game? Does that kind of make sense? What mindset do you take?
Yeah, you always got to take the next game, new week mindset approach. Because like in the NFL, sometimes games may not go your way. It's a part of the game. Obviously, we went into that game expecting to win, but sometimes it doesn't, fare out for you in that way. But the main thing with us is just moving forward, understanding the weeks we have in front of us. Obviously, we got 2 divisional games these last 2 weeks. Then we got the Patriots coming up this week. So we looking forward to seeing how we can improve to make sure we win those games, in our favor.
as a defense, like, do you guys feel like you have to get turnovers to win the game? Because I feel like I played in defenses kind of like both ways. Like, as long as I get a stop, I know Peyton and the offense is going to make something happen. But I've also had times like, well, I got to put our team in a good position to score. So I feel like more pressure to get picks. How do you guys feel about like the turnover margin?
Yeah, we always feel like it's on our shoulders no matter what happens. Every time we step out on the field, I mean, that's just a standard we hold ourselves to. Each and every week, we looking to help the offense out, more and more by creating turnovers or creating big time plays that'll change the game. And obviously, we ain't have that last week, but every week we come in with the mindset of how can we affect this game? How can we change this game? Like, can we score a touchdown? Can we make them big time plays? So I just think, throughout this whole year we've been doing that, and I think we're just going to continue to make that our mindset, make that our main goal is affecting the game in a crucial way.
Yeah.
Do you feel like, Todd, especially since you've been on both of those type of teams, do you feel like you press in a bad way when you need to make those plays? Or do you feel like that's what you need to do is press in order to make those plays?
No, I think you have to press. And I think for us, I know we only went, 9-7 that year, but I think it actually worked out. We were able to get our, a lot of turnovers and really help our offense. So you do press, and I think it's necessary to create turnovers, but it's a lot easier just knowing, like, if you just get a stop, at the 40-yard line, oh, this is points going the other way.
Yeah. And do you feel like the same thing where you guys, I think press has kind of a negative connotation to that. What would the right word be in terms of just like pushing for turnovers week in and week out? Because when you've done it for 6 straight weeks of getting 3 turnovers a game or something?
Yeah, I just think just fitting right in the scheme.
Yeah.
Whatever the call is, understanding that, everybody got to do their job, all the 11 guys on the defensive side of the ball, but everybody just focusing on their one job, just reading your keys and being at the right position at the right time. And also goes with, a lot of film study, a lot of, analyzing, what's going on throughout the game. Just looking at the opposing teams, formations, concepts, and, getting the beat on that. That helps too. And just being where your feet are within the defense, I think that helps a lot too. But like, as you were saying, by pressing, they also go some way by saying like, okay, let's put our foot on the gas.
Yeah.
Let's all collectively, do our job, but let's all make a play. One of us make a play and just, change the outcome of this game. So I think it balances out both ways for sure.
Yeah, I feel like, like when I watch the tape, you guys are definitely like doing your job and just doing it at a high level. Like, you guys aren't going out of the ordinary to try and create these turnovers. It's when you do come on a blitz, okay, you secure the sack, okay, let's get the strip too.
Yeah,
or when you got somebody held up on the sideline, okay, you hold them up, I'm going to go after the strip next. It's like very detail-oriented, and you guys are like doing a good job with it, I feel like.
There was a play last week, just because you brought up the blitz. I'm trying to remember. So you were coming off the edge on a blitz. It was either PJ or Jaquan also came off on a blitz, and whoever it was got the sack. Was that supposed to just be your blitz?
You talking about the Chargers?
Yeah, it was the Charger game. Yeah.
Oh yeah. It was miscommunication. Cause really it was a boundary blitz for the corner, and obviously depending on the formation, it could change. It could dictate whether me or the safety go. And I think PJ thought I told him to go, but necessarily the blitz was supposed to be for me. So it's crazy because I was going, and right in my peripheral, I see PJ. I'm like, no, like, what's going on? Like, cause luckily the quarterback didn't see backside. The receiver was like,
someone wide
open. It was like 4th and 18, and I was like, man, did that just happen? But luckily PJ got the sack.
He did.
Though, you know what I mean? So that goes on the highlight reel for him. But if he didn't get the sack, boy, that would have been a long film session.
I think that's the one, because of that was 3 games in a row with a sack for him. I think that made him the first Broncos defensive back ever to get 3 sacks in 3 games like that.
Yeah.
There it was.
That's huge.
He stole it from you.
He stole it from me, man. I was happy for him, but I felt kind of jealous. I was like, man.
Or you could say you gave him that record.
Yeah.
You allowed him to have that
Right,
record.
Yep.
Speaking of that Chargers game, we had Josey and Alex on last week, right after that game. And Josey, after he picked up the fumble at like the 10-yard line or something, got tackled right away.
Slow as hell.
And we could see you immediately throw your hands in the air and be like, what? And Josey even pointed it out last week. He was like, yeah, right when I got tackled, I pop up and I see Pat just throwing his hands up in the air. Do you want him to toss it back to you or what?
You know, surprisingly, I know on film, I mean, during the game, my reaction probably says that was the reason, but I was still thinking about what happened. How both of us went. And in my head, I'm like, man, thank God. But at the same time, I'm like, shoot, man, like, how was we able to manage that? Like, and I know VJ was gonna be mad, but surprised he wasn't that mad because we got the sack.
Yeah.
But I was still thinking in my head, like, man, like, how we managed to do that.
Have you let that go yet, or do you want to have like a public message to PJ right now?
No, I let it go. I let it go.
Big deals get sacked.
No. PJ made the play. You know what I mean? So I was just thinking, like, what if he didn't? Like, man, that would have been bad. But he made the play.
Because was that same play? Was PJ the one to force the fumble?
Yeah. Josey picked it up.
That makes sense.
Josey should have scored. You know what I mean? He should have scored too. But I wasn't thinking about that.
He said he was
told him, I texted him
tired.
immediately. He was trying to say, I'm tired. I'm like, bro, ain't no time to be tired.
Who tackled him?
Eckler.
Okay. If it was like a lineman, now okay.
But I mean, you should still be able to break that tackle, right? Like Josey's way stronger than Eckler.
He should be, yeah.
I think he should have.
What is the defense's identity right now? Because before last week, we had talked about how you guys were on pace to have the biggest turnaround in NFL history, and it's still really close. But first 5 weeks of the season gave up 36 points per game. Then the following 8 weeks, you gave up 16 points per game. That 20-point difference was going to be the biggest in NFL history. When you guys think of yourself right now, you think of this defense, what do you think?
I think just a tenacious defense. We got a lot of tenacity within the whole room. Obviously, despite those first 5 weeks, these past couple of weeks and the weeks after that, I just felt like a shift, like a change within the defense and our mindset. And it was just like, even though what happened the first 5 weeks is, on record, we're going to change our identity. We're going to change what type of defense we want to be. And I just think that's just what happened, like a shift in the practice, shift in the film room, the meeting rooms. Our mindset changed, and I think that was a big difference comparing the first 5 weeks into where we're at now. And I believe we're still in a good place. I believe we one of the best defense in the league. Obviously, we got tremendous amount of talent, around the defense, and we're just looking to keep building and moving forward, no matter how it looks. We got the ultimate faith, and trust in our defense.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
You guys are definitely locked in, becoming a unit. I think it definitely started with those Del Frisco's dinner. I have to ask, did y'all go to Del Frisco's last week?
No.
No. Wow.
We lost, that's why.
That's why.
So we had to change it up. I think we lost Houston, then we changed it up.
Oh, so you didn't go after Houston?
Yeah. We went to Toro.
The Mexican spot.
Cherry Creek, yeah. We went there.
Well, so that worked because you won the next game. You beat the Chargers.
Yeah.
So did you go Toro last week? Was it back to Del Frisco's?
No, matter of fact, I'm tripping. We went to Ocean Prime. Then after Ocean Prime, we won. We beat the Chargers. Then we went to Toro this past week. Then we got
No more Toro.
Gotta get back to
Gotta
Ocean
go
Prime.
state. Gotta go state.
Yeah.
Gotta be state.
Yeah. Gotta go back to Ocean Prime. Gotta get a state. We might have to go back to Del Frisco for real.
Yeah.
We can't change it up like
No.
that.
You guys are eating some good food.
What you say?
Every one of those places you named, those sound incredible.
Yeah.
That's fire.
It
Well,
just
it's
makes
like-
me hungry.
It's like
Food is great.
it's like Von Miller.
Great
you
option.
can't put unleaded gas in
That's true.
these pro athletes' bodies.
You know?
That's what Vaughn said. Not in a sports car.
Exactly.
In a Ferrari, that's what he said. In a Ferrari, that's what it was.
Yep. Speaking of cars, you did a little thing with I Am Athlete. Was that your car?
Yeah.
That is so sick.
That is.
Appreciate it.
That blue interior.
Yep.
Yeah, that's my first one, and I always, wanted to, specialize the first run out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Add some things to it, customize it.
Yeah.
So I was like, whenever I get my first car, it's going to be pretty dope.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
So.
Henry, are you getting that car soon?
Already have it.
Already have it.
Oh, you have it? Yeah. You have it
You
in the
just never
garage?
drive
Yep.
it.
Yep.
You haven't drive it yet? Yeah.
Damn, that is nice though. When did you get it?
My rookie year. It was
Okay.
like the midst of my rookie season. That's when I got it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What's next?
What's next? My financial team be on me. Because I be talking to them like, man, I'm looking at these cars, these luxury cars. And they be like, man, you don't see the price tag on these? Like, maybe like lease it or something. Like, no, I want to buy it full.
Yeah.
So maybe when my next contract comes,
Yep.
that's gonna be the first thing on my mind. Like, what car I want.
Yep.
Are you eligible for that this off season? I think so. Yeah.
So, yep, after your third year when you're drafted.
Obviously, you're not the one like thinking about that right now, but
Yeah.
it's gotta be kind of nice having that in the back of your mind that's coming at some point here soon.
Yeah. Big payday.
Yeah.
My guess is after you get that payday, you'll be able to afford any car in the world.
Yeah.
Todd, what was your
But
first
also, I
purchase?
gotta be smart with it. You
Yeah.
know what I
Yes,
mean?
absolutely.
Man, you got the financial advisor just in your head right now.
Yeah. The financial advisor in me.
Yes,
talking
yes.
to me right now. But
If you do get a new car, I will take like a second one of that last one. Just have like the twins in my garage, just in case you need something to do with it. Just in case.
I'll let you borrow it.
I bought a S class when I got like tender. Ooh. And then my second contract, I bought a G wagon.
Yeah. So you're Mercedes all the way.
Yeah.
That's not
them
too
G-Wagons.
bad.
Not too
Them
bad.
G-Wagons hard though.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We it seems like every time you're on, Pat, someone's trying to take something of yours. Typically, it's been like an item of clothing, which is probably a couple $100. Henry's now just trying to take your awesome
Not
car.
take
Now.
it. Just like if it's not going to get driven when you get a new one.
I'm still driving.
Sometimes you just gotta have something to look at. You ain't even gotta drive it. Just
Right.
know
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Say if I
Yeah.
wanted to. You know what I'm saying? Maybe if I'm going to Target or just
Yeah.
a quick run, I'll hop in there for a
Right,
second.
right.
It's kind of how I am with my iPad. It's like I don't really actually use it, but like I walk by and it's like, yeah, I'm a guy with an iPad. It's
Same
kinda-
thing. Same thing.
it's like, yeah, exactly.
Same idea. Yeah.
Exactly. It's the same thing.
Henry, if you want to have enough money to get one of those cars, check out Bet365 and make the best bet of your life. And use the code DNVR365 over at Bet365 when you sign up. And they're going to give you $150 in bonus bets when you place a $5 bet, or when you can have a first bet safety net offer of up to $1,000 in bonus bets as well. So either of those over at Bet365. Use the code DNVR365 where they are all about the unordinary. And we talked about it. Broncos to make the playoffs plus 230. I know Todd and I are rolling with that one. Henry Pat might have to do some convincing.
No,
on ya.
I got in at 1 and 5. I've got my bets.
Okay.
Was that plus 550?
I think so.
Or no, it was probably even better than that. Because I think when Todd and I were talking about plus 550, it was like 3 and 5, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
No,
So
I got
you're really
that
lucky.
a couple times.
Damn, a new car might be
I
in
took
your future
Oh
then.
yeah, Super Bowl. Just
Uh-oh.
saying. Just saying. I have the bet.
What's your like dream car?
That's a
You've
tough
always-
one. I don't
you've
know.
always
Like
wanted-
I always think like a Lamborghini, something like that
Lambo.
would be cool. Like some
Yeah.
like a sports car.
Okay.
I think something. The roof has to come off it.
Got to drop
Yeah.
the top on it.
Yeah. Gotta drop the top.
I think that'd be what it is.
Lambo.
Yeah, I started looking. Well, it was after Russ got his contract. I did.
That inspired you to start looking at.
Yeah, that inspired me. I was like, okay, when I get mine.
Yeah.
But no, so I was just like, I walked around the locker room. I can't remember if I talked to you about this, Pat, but I wrote a story like, if you got that contract, how do you celebrate? Like, what's your first purchase? And that's I can't remember exactly which Lamborghini it was, but Javante had like the specific one picked out with the color, all that
Yeah.
sort of stuff. And that's when I was like, okay, he found a good one, and I think that one's mine. I have to
Yeah.
look up the exact name because that
Was
was a couple
it
years ago.
a Urus? Lamborghini Urus?
It might be. Let me
But
see if I can
know.
find
I don't
it.
know if
That's
it's
the
like
truck.
because that's the truck though. It's not a truck.
It was not the truck. No,
Okay.
it wasn't the truck.
Like the Aventador.
Yes, that's what it was. That's what
Yeah.
it was. It was. I think he wanted like the blue one.
Yep.
It's like the
Yeah.
Carolina blue, obviously.
Okay, yeah.
So I saw
course.
that one, and that's kind of where my mind has been ever since.
I feel like with that contract, I'm getting a PJ.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
That kind of money, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, that would be nice.
Well, Russ has
That may
one.
be
He even has like the
included in the
logo.
contract.
Included in the contract.
With all that guarantee.
I didn't know that in some of these big contracts, even like a Justin Simmons big type of deal, they can throw in like suites to games and everything. What other perks are there in these contracts that we don't know about?
I think that's the biggest one.
Okay.
I think it's
Yeah.
suites is probably the biggest, and then like the profit split on jersey sales are probably like the other big.
Oh, you can negotiate like a bigger
Yeah.
split. Okay.
I think those are probably the two biggest things.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure there's a cap at like some extras you can give out, or else you would just like give Walmart shares
Exactly.
in order to kind of move away from the salary cap.
Exactly.
I don't know. Maybe Pat will find out.
Yeah.
I know, right? Maybe.
a couple of Walmarts. Yeah.
Yeah, a couple of one, not even shares, just
No.
stores.
Yeah.
Hey, man. You threw some in the air right there.
Lifetime discount.
Yeah.
Speaking of like not knowing cars brands or like
Yeah.
exactly which one, you we're gonna spoiler alert in the Surtain Santa that we're gonna do
Yeah,
later.
yeah.
You were like throw out, was it a Rolls Royce Cullen?
Cullen.
Yeah,
That's my
yeah.
dream car.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
That's
that's my
just
dream
crazy.
car.
And
But you already got the blue interior, so what would you do? The orange, the white?
I don't know, man. It's a lot of, cause when I look at it, it's like the stars
Yeah.
on the roof.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
It's like, man, I got to deck it out for sure.
to.
I don't
Yeah.
know.
Yeah.
And the stars. You know the stars in the ceiling, right?
Now I
yeah.
do.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I looked it up
You
yesterday.
know.
Oh yeah.
But some of them have shooting stars too. Like they're not
No
just
way.
stationary. Like they shoot. Yeah, it's fire.
Oh,
Damn.
that is nice because
cold.
so
Mine doesn't.
When you said it, when you said it to me yesterday, I played it cool. I was like, yeah, of course. Wrote it down on my phone. Tried to look it up, and I'm looking up like Rolls Royce coolant, and of course it's just coming up with like the stuff you put in the engine. And I'm like, I have no idea
No.
what this is,
Oh
but it's
my
a
God.
sick car. And
Yeah.
check out DNVR or Bet365 with the code DNVR365. Must be 21 or older, physically located in Colorado. Please gamble responsibly. If you or someone you know or has a gambling problem and wants help, call or text 1-800-GAMBLER.
And shout out to our friends over at Baxton Shanker. When you get hurt, Baxton Shanker is here to help, and they've been helping families in Colorado for over 25 years. Call 222-222 to set up a consultation. The great thing about them is they're free until they win money for your case. There's no upfront fee to speak with them about your case. There's no fee while they work on your case, and they have won over $1 billion for their clients, and they have locations all around Colorado, including Denver, Aurora, Inglewood, and Fort Collins. They have more than 30 lawyers ready to help. Smash the 222-2222. Shout them out and give them a call now. I feel like everybody's been asking Pat to do that read because of all the twos. But
Oh wow. We
I'll
gotta
hang
get
on
you
to
a
it for a
Baxton
while.
Shanker deal.
for sure.
222-2222.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, the number's pretty much spelled out on the PS2 shirt we have. Since Pat is
Oh,
number 2,
yeah.
he's throwing up 2 2s.
Mm-hmm.
222.
I mean, it pretty
Oh,
much
yeah.
just is right there. So actually, make sure to get in on the Pat shirt. I think we've got a link in our description, or check out the DNVR locker. So I'm thinking of these cars, and if they have shooting stars on the ceiling,
Yeah.
they've got to also have like TVs, right?
Yeah, yeah.
In
Yeah.
them.
Yeah.
So is that you got a driver, and then you're in the back being able to watch the TV?
Yeah, I feel like the Cullinan is something that I would probably drive. But if it's like the Ghost, I would probably have a driver.
Is it
Huh.
Rolls Royce? Is that
That's all Rolls Royce.
okay?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay. Why? What's the difference?
It's just a little bit, it's a different body shape, and like the back seat is designed to be driven in. Like you can get the Cullinan and not necessarily have that same back seat.
Right.
But in the Ghost, you know, you got reclining, massaging seats, you got tray tables, you have entertainment systems. Like, supposed to be well taken care of in that car.
What's the nicest car you've been in?
I've been in the Cullinan, I've been
Yeah.
in the Ghost. I think I've been in like a good amount of nice cars, just not like a Bugatti. It's probably like,
Okay.
yeah.
Is that the next level?
I think
Bugatti?
that's the highest level. That's the highest.
You ever been in one?
Yeah, my pops had a
hell yeah.
Ghost, you know, back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember that vividly.
But he was the one
like-
driving. You got to sit in the passenger in the
Yeah.
back with all that.
He ever let
Yeah.
you drive it?
Nah, I was too young at that time.
Okay.
But yeah, I remember just him driving around that thing, just in the back chilling.
Yeah.
It was a pretty nice vehicle for sure.
Yeah, I bet. I was trying to make a transition of how you would sit in the back of that car, watch the TV, and ask you if you're scoreboard watching. the rest of the AFC or in the rest of the playoff picture right now because we had Josey and Alex on last week, and Josey said on Mondays that's kind of his day to dream and take a step back, look at the playoff picture, see what's going on around the league. Then the rest of the week you kind of lock in to the next opponent you're playing. How do you approach, especially 7-7, right in the playoff mix right now? How do you and the guys in your room approach that?
I think we got, a lot to look forward to. Obviously, we create our own destiny. So, looking at the playoff picture, I think we're very much in there for sure.
Yeah.
Obviously, I believe we got to win out these next 3 games, obviously. And when you look at, like, us, who else? Like the Texans, Bengals, all those teams, I feel like we're right in the mix of that, in the hunt.
Yep.
And I think winning these 3 games, it'll be solidifying for sure for us, and give us a chance to hopefully be in that race in the playoffs.
Yeah. You were in, especially 2016, you guys were in that and just missed out, I think, like, based on a tiebreaker or something, you missed out on the playoffs, but you were right there. How do you approach it? How did you approach it?
I think you have to take a peek so that you understand, like, what we're shooting for, what our goals are. And I feel like if you're scared to look, sometimes it never happens. So kind of how Josey said, like, Mondays is a great day to take a look at it. Then you lock in Tuesday through Sunday on your next opponent. Next Monday, all right, let's see where we're at and see, like, what our chances are to really make a run to the playoffs.
There was a battle in 2015 for the 1 seed in the AFC too.
Yeah.
That one was crazy because it came down to like that overtime game with the Patriots.
Well, no, I think, the Patriots lost.
Yep.
That gave us the 1 seed.
Yep.
Oh, is that how it ended?
It was like they lost to the Dolphins, and the Dolphins were awful, like they had been for so long, and the Patriots could, like, never beat them in Miami. It was the weirdest thing, even
was
though
that
the Dolphins
one,
weren't good.
Was that the one with all the pitches? Yeah, or is it the Hail Mary? It was
With
something
Drake.
where, like, Gronk was the
And he missed
safety.
him.
What a terrible idea. Let the defensive players play defense. I don't know. Bill Belichick's smarter than me.
We were the 2 seed before that. And we didn't really... I guess we hadn't done well in New England, like in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Yep.
So it was huge
That's
for us
true.
to get that 1 seed because then we played them AFC championship game.
Yep. In Denver. And Gronk,
I was
Tom
there.
tried to throw to Gronk. He was there. You were there, too.
Yep.
I know that. Wasn't that 2-point conversion where Brady almost had Gronk wide open in the end zone and missed him?
Yep.
Yep.
All worked out in the end.
Yep.
But that was the game we won in overtime. Was that game?
No, the snow game was like week 14 or something.
I
And
always
so
be
that's the
getting
one that
mixed
got the
up.
tiebreaker. That's where, like, C.J. Anderson had the long run.
Yeah.
That was that one. Then
That
the
was during
playoff
the
game was
season,
like a nice sunny day. But yeah, it's down the south end zone. They had north end zone where Brady had Gronk and missed him. That was a playoff game.
Good times.
I had a great time.
Henry, you just said something that sparked something that I want to ask Pat. You said let defensive players play defense. You were on NFL Network a couple weeks ago, and you said, I think you were in your car, by the way, which was awesome. You said
I would be too.
that you would be open to playing offense if you ever got a chance, and that blew up.
Yeah.
Is that going to happen?
Obviously, what you say, it may not come true, but I've always, if I get that opportunity, I'm going no hesitation.
Yeah.
If I ever get an opportunity to play offense, because growing up, I always wanted to be an offensive player, like a running back or receiver, one of those two. And obviously, you want to feel that moment, scoring more touchdowns, getting the ball more, getting some touches. So obviously, if I get the opportunity, I'll be glad to, take it for sure.
Yeah.
How do you think, like, obviously playing wide receiver for you on offense, but like, how? Like, is it like a screen or like slants? Is it just like a go ball post?
For me,
Yeah. Like, what's your route?
I'm running the whole route tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it all.
Yeah, I'm running the whole route tree. I'm not gonna be one of those receivers. You come in
And they
probably
know
run
what
a
you
go
running.
ball and take you out. No, I'm running the whole route tree. Any route you need, I'm doing it.
Ready.
Because you know how easy it is to cover a one-trick pony sort of guy. If the guy's on the field and they're only running one, you know how to cover that. Todd, you played like everywhere on defense. I mean, didn't you start as like interior defensive line?
Yeah, I played everything from D tackle to outside linebacker, inside linebacker, running back, fullback.
You did the offense too.
Yeah, I kind of did everything.
Damn. Fullback, is that the worst?
No, fullback was fun because really I feel like they gave me the ball like a majority of the time I played fullback.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? I was like a use check a little bit, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. See, I was thinking it was going to be because like
you're like the best fullback in the league.
You know?
if it's like Zach playing fullback would not be a good time. But like
What are
if
you
you're
saying?
I'd take the linebacker in that one-on-one when that happens. I'm taking the linebacker.
So if you're the linebacker and he's the fullback.
Ooh.
So I'm
Taking
honestly
me.
thinking the linebacker's bigger than me, but like if it's me, I think I could take Zach.
Okay.
Might need a pull on
We got
that.
to line it up, you know what
There
I'm saying?
has been a lot
Yes.
of talk about people tackling you. Maybe
Yeah.
we see if you can tackle me.
I could
You
definitely
gonna make
do
a
that.
miss?
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel like,
absolutely.
yeah.
Absolutely.
We just might need like a company Oklahoma drill.
Yeah.
Just kind of like rotate guys
yeah.
through, see how it goes. Get Pat in on it.
Yeah. No.
Oh, y'all
We're
want
out.
me
We're
to
going to be
participate?
red.
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
I think these two could be in.
We're going to
Yeah.
be sued. We're going to have to, y'all going to be calling back
Two,
and
two,
shaker
two.
on us.
Because like, when I think of Pat, like, not necessarily like a hitter. Like you always get guys on the ground, sure tackler.
You
but I'd
just want Pat to
imagine,
tackle
he
you
is-
now.
but
What are
like,
you doing?
I want to see like what you look like against like.
a normal human being.
Exactly,
Yeah.
like DNVR people. Like I would imagine you're just like laying us out.
Yeah, no doubt.
I mean, obviously, like yeah, obviously,
With a
it'd be
big
fun to watch.
smile on your face.
No doubt.
We'd do some numbers on YouTube. That's for sure.
No doubt.
Yeah,
Go
you're
viral on TikTok for sure.
you're really setting yourself up. I mean, I tried to give you the opportunity that you tackle me or
Yeah.
something, and
Yeah.
instead you just go straight for Pat right after.
I mean, if we want the
Interesting.
views,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
where the views are.
I think he has like a
I would
death wish.
love to see
He
that
does.
between y'all two, though.
Yeah.
I'd love to see Oklahoma drill.
Okay, there's one view.
there we
Yeah,
go. We got one.
I'd love to see
When
it.
was the last time you guys did an Oklahoma drill?
Yeah.
Because I'm sure that's banned.
Yeah, I don't
in
think
the
they do them
NFL.
anymore.
Yeah. I don't
Maybe
think-
my rookie
Yeah.
year. That was
Ooh.
that
Really?
might have been like right before the
Right
new
before
CBA.
Sean
Yeah.
Payton.
Yeah, we were definitely hitting.
Oh, yeah.
We were. That's how I kind of like made my name, is because I was just out there I had
Yeah.
nothing to lose. Like
Yeah.
I'm lowering my head. I'm trying to take you out. Like this is my moment to shine.
Because when I was in high school, there were no rules for high school. So we were doing them left and right. I'm the smallest one on the team. Of course, they're for fun. They're sending me out against the big middle linebackers. I'm like, this sucks. Why are we doing that? I'm like, the NFL, you guys don't. Well, why can't I have the NFL rules?
They said Oklahoma drills made basketball players. I think it's some truth behind it for sure. Yeah. They said it made basketball players.
And Pat, I think you said something earlier this year, last year, something about like what was harder, a training camp in the NFL or doing summer ball in college? And you're like, oh, summer ball, of course.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
Is it the same Sac State way harder?
I don't know. Our training camps were hell, man. They tried to kill us. They definitely tried to kill us. But we did have a lot of guys quit, like Pat's saying.
Huh.
Like we have guys like in the middle of a drill just take off their chin straps and just walk it in. Like, where you going? Like, I'm
No
done.
way.
I'm done. I'm out.
Yeah.
It's like this is what happens
Either
here.
make
Imagine we
you or
play
break you.
Montana.
Yeah, for real.
For real though. That's true behind it.
Someone that I would not want to be in an Oklahoma drill with is Kareem Jackson. And he's back.
He is back.
Reinstated officially yesterday. Pat, what's that going to do for the defense?
It's gonna be huge. Having him back. Obviously, I know he's like ready to get back out there, and you know when you bring that juice and that energy that he's gonna bring within the defense, you know that's already flying around and doing their thing. I think it's gonna be huge for us.
Yeah,
For sure.
Because he to me is like, again, like you said, everybody flies around. Like it's like a playmaking defense. You're hitting quarterbacks. You're hitting everybody. But Kareem is like he's kind of the top dog in that way. Like he is the guy who's gonna like. It's every game he's gonna hit somebody, and
Yeah.
it sucks that that's what happens. What's happened to him has happened to him. But
Yeah,
like
it's-
having that piece added back to the defense as it is now is pretty crazy.
Yeah, for sure. And I think around the league, I see like the same hits, you
Yeah.
know, he be making. It's just a lot of inconsistency. I feel like that goes on around it. Like, not discrediting them, because you know, obviously when you're a defensive player, like you ain't got no choice but to hit the guys sometimes.
Yep.
Maybe it's like up to discussion or not, but I just feel like it's a lot of inconsistency when it comes to making those calls, you know, around the league. And I feel like that's not fair for Kareem, because
Definitely.
you know, I see the same amount of hits that, you know, he make compared to other dudes, and it's like, dang, like, what's going on. I don't know.
They did suspend Casey this week for the did you
rest
see
of the
that one?
season.
Yeah, the hit on Michael Pittman.
Oh, yeah.
What'd you think of that hit?
I mean, shoot, it's tough. Like, I don't see no helmet-to-helmet contact. You know what I mean? I think he just hit him with his shoulder. But obviously, you know, when you look at it, it looked like a bad hit, but it really wasn't to me.
Yeah.
I don't think he should spend the rest for the season, though. Like,
I don't think so. I felt like he even tried to turn his body. Like he hit with shoulder and like side of the body. He really wasn't trying to take him out. But what am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do if you're about to make a big time play and I got to get the ball out? You know what I'm saying?
Like, what are you supposed to do when the dumbass receiver decides to just dive looking up like this right at you?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
what
Brady-
what happens in that situation?
Like-
You get hit.
Brady made a comment, too. He was like, we shouldn't fault the defensive players for making hits. You know, the quarterback should be better at protecting their receivers, making better throws. And I'm like, he got a point.
Yeah.
I mean, shoot, I don't know.
Because it used to be a time where like, as a receiver, if your quarterback put you in that position, we gotta have a conversation,
Yeah.
bro. Don't throw balls across the field like that again. Like,
Exactly.
But now it's all on the defense.
Exactly.
Oh
It's
my-
crazy. And Brady's right, and he said that a couple times.
Yeah.
Did he say that after Kareem's last hit?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
I think he said the same thing then too. It's like it's on the quarterback to not throw the ball where the receiver is going to get hit. Like it's football. That's
Yeah,
how it
it's
works.
football.
Yeah.
Defender's job is not to keep the offensive player safe. Like that's just not how it works.
Right,
His
right.
job is to get the ball out. And there's like rules. You can't hit him in the head. You can't do whatever. But I don't know what you want from him in that situation. Like that Colts one in particular too. I mean, receivers diving this way.
Yep.
Are you supposed to just let him catch it because he's diving toward you?
Yeah.
If that's the case, then just like
Throw up anything.
exactly
Right,
like
right.
whenever you're a receiver, just kind of like look around like this as you catch the ball, and since you're defenseless, they can't hit you.
Yeah, man, it's football.
It's
Yep,
football.
yep. As Henry so eloquently said, Pat, you're not like the biggest hitter. Like you're not a hard hitter.
I'm just,
I give my
that's-
fair share in, man.
when you go through the list of like lockdown corner,
You're
ball
still going.
like but the
It's like
hitters
hitting
always
some-
out.
Oh,
I
my
got to make a
Kareem.
big hit now.
Yeah.
gotta make
Well,
a
maybe
big-
There
not
we
though.
go.
We don't want you suspended.
Oh,
don't
right,
do that.
That's true.
Have you changed the way you play at all in terms of the tackling, or have you not felt that that's impacted your game?
I mean, nah, not for real. You know, you just gotta. It's always about being a sure tackler.
Yeah.
You know, because I think the league looking at whether the dude's dropping their head. You know, because they even finding running backs for dropping their head now.
Right.
And I think they just looking at that. Whether you dropping your head or you making head-to-head contact. You know, or if you're defenseless, this and there. It's a lot of rules involved with it. So I just play within. You know what I mean? So I don't try to get my head involved
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah.
I feel like what's
Dropping my head.
defenseless on the football field? Like, if you're on the field, you should be
You should be
expecting
exactly.
to play football.
Like they say,
Defend yourself.
They say Josh Dobbs was defenseless when he was running the ball.
yeah.
Exactly.
I don't know.
Don't be defenseless. What are you thinking? You're in the middle of a football field.
You should be prepared.
Defend yourself.
And if you are defenseless, call Bax and Shanker because they will be the defender.
We gotta make that happen. 222-2222.
And we were talking about gifts. You know what a great gift would be? Giving someone tickets to Broncos Patriots Christmas Eve. Check out our friends over at Game Time in order to do that. And the benefit about it is if you use code DNVR, you're going to get $20 off your first purchase over at Game Time. So not only do you get to give someone an awesome gift, but you get to get $20 off as well. One of the the second coolest Broncos game I ever went to was sometime in the 2000s. It was Broncos Bengals. It was a snow game on Christmas Eve. It was so cool. And the way the game ended was Broncos were up 1 point, and the Bengals, I think it was the Bengals, were kicking an extra point to tie it with like no time left. And since it was snowing so much, the ball went right through the long snap or the holder's hands.
Dang.
And the game was over. So maybe that's what we're talking about this week. Hopefully it's not that close.
one
Maybe
point,
we're talking
yeah.
about a blowout.
Yeah. It's supposed to snow?
I don't
I'm gonna
think
check
so.
right now.
I think Christmas is supposed to be cold, but
Okay.
I don't know about snow yet.
Yeah, you never know with Denver. It
Feel-
would snow one day and then be
Like, it
sunny
was
the
a
next
way
day.
easier
Do you like
way
snow
for me
games?
to do that.
It's okay if you
I-
prefer not.
It
I'm
says
not a
cold.
big fan of them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's like a 15% chance.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
It's 27 degrees though, or a low of 27. So
Ooh.
Yeah.
It'll be cold.
We having a white Christmas?
maybe.
Keeping me on my toes.
Wow.
But if you want to get there at the game, use the code DNVR over at game time.
Yeah. Oh, geez. I was looking at the weather.
You want some Breckenridge beers, right?
Oh, of course. Who doesn't? I had a bunch of those on Saturday. Oh, this reminds me. Check out the new website. We've got like a new website. It looks super nice now. But because the website was going through maintenance this weekend, couldn't write a story about the game. Didn't have any responsibilities on Saturday. So I got to drink some beers, and we had a great time at the bar. So whether you're coming to the bar or not, Breckenridge beer is always the best beers. Got the Broncos Country Hoppy Pale Ale right there. But if you go to breckbrew.com, put in your zip code, you can get any beer that you want and see where it is near you. Check it out. It's all good stuff. Found some Strawberry Sky recently. Probably my favorite one.
Think you'll want to get your hands on Strawberry Sky quickly.
That's why I did it.
Yeah, smart.
Rumors are swirling.
Yep, rumors are out there. So breckbrew.com. Todd, do you remember if Henry was on the postgame show on Saturday?
Nope.
Oh, so he had that good of a time
Yep.
at the bar. He couldn't even be on the postgame
So
show.
nobody asked me to be on the postgame show until like fourth quarter or so, and that's when RK and I said, "Well, let's just play rock paper scissors." He beat me the first one. I got 2 out of 3.
This is how much they didn't want to be on the postgame show. Was they had to play rock paper scissors to decide who was going to be on.
I had like friends at the bar. I'm sure you guys had a blast. Oh, Naked and Afraid. So Jarrell Casey came on. Jarrell Casey. I'm not sure if you saw this, Pat. Jarrell's been pushing for a little Naked and Afraid camping adventure.
He said that, but I think he just meant like an adventure where we get like dropped off in the woods. And we kind of got to survive for 3 days. Yeah.
Wait, so why do you say naked?
Because the show Naked and Afraid is like the example of what he's saying.
Okay,
you know
so
what I'm saying?
that wasn't part of it?
No,
That's just
that
such a
wasn't part of
defensive
it.
lineman's mentality.
Uh-huh.
Wanting to do something like that. No, just drop us off, give us like one bottle of water and see if we can live.
Yeah, he's like, we all get one survival tool. I'm like, no, I'm going to bring a backpack full of stuff, and maybe I'll see if I can rock with
What would
it.
he even hunt? Like, is he playing hunting or fishing?
So he was like, we go to Walmart, we get our fishing and hunting license. We
You
fish
get the
while we're out
license.
there. Yeah. We maybe
You gotta
hunt a
bring that
couple
with you.
things. Yeah.
You get one survival tool in your licenses.
So if I don't come back,
Wow.
You know what happened.
Colorado.
Did you see they just released wolves back into Colorado too? In the mountains? Literally yesterday. They just uncaged wolves and released them.
So
they were huge too.
We can't go anymore.
No, there you go.
I'm not touching no mountains.
So we talked about the Patriots game a little bit. Looking forward to the Patriots. What do you see? What stands out about them? Because obviously these are far from the Patriots that you played against, Todd. Far from the Patriots that we're used to for 20 years. It's not Tom Brady. It's Bailey Zappe, Ezekiel Elliott. Crazy enough. What stands out on tape?
I think they build off the run. Build off the run, then it goes into the pass. Obviously, they got Zeke. I forgot the other running back.
Ramondre?
Stevenson.
Is he back?
Yep.
I
can't
don't know
remember.
Yet. We definitely gonna look at it tomorrow for sure. But what I seen from their games, they got a good defense.
Yep.
I think it's gonna be one of those tough games because they're very gritty. That's what I see on film. And they beat the Bills and some other good teams throughout the season. So
It's crazy.
you know, it's not gonna be an easy game for sure. We're gonna have to lock in and prepare the right way.
And Todd, for you as well, especially when your team has a good record, or especially 6-2 in the past 8, when you play a team, especially this late in the season, and they're 3-11, how do you lock in and make sure that no one's overlooking it? Does it kind of help coming off a loss where it keeps you a little more focused?
Yeah, I think when you're playing a team with like a pretty bad record, the mentality has to be like, okay, we should embarrass them now. Like, we shouldn't just win. Like, this is a game for everybody to pad their stats. Everybody should do well. So we got to take the mentality of like going in there and killing them from the first snap and then just not even letting it be a matchup. Because with some of these teams, if you let them stay in to the second or third quarter, they find like some juice, they find some energy, because all these guys have booked vacations. Like, they're ready. They're ready to take a trip in like 3 weeks. So if you give them a little bit of energy, they'll definitely like come to play.
Yeah, because it's those teams that's like, even though they have a bad record, they looking to ruin another team's
Exactly.
hopes and dreams and aspirations. So I'm saying we got to lock in. for sure.
Yeah. That makes a lot of, and was it, did you tell me yesterday that what was it, the Falcons player, no, the Panthers player, after beating the Falcons, said like, now we're all going on vacation at the end of the season or something?
Exactly. They asked him, like, the reporter asked him, like, so how do you feel about this win? He's like, they're going on vacation just like we are. Like, it's a good win, but we're both going home.
I can't talk too much crap. Like, we're a 2-win team right now.
Yeah.
Did you see the stadium in Carolina this weekend for the Panthers-Falcons game?
Yeah.
Oh my!
That's sad.
Did you see it?
It was like empty, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never seen it. And there were tickets going on sale before the game for 45 cents.
Wow.
45 cents.
45 cents.
That's insane. I think the lowest I've ever seen a Broncos ticket was one of the past Week 18s, either last year or the year before, and they were like $45 or something like that. And that was by far the cheapest I've ever seen a Broncos game. Yeah, 45 cents.
Yeah,
That's
I don't
like
know
Sac
why.
State prices.
No, they charge way more when Montana's in town.
I don't know why, but when I think about prices like that, I just feel like I think about like a little orphan in like in London, like, can I have $1, sir? He just drops 2 Panthers tickets.
It's like, what am I? This is worthless. I just want $1.
Yeah, but that doesn't happen in Denver. Like
No,
there
not
were a
that
couple
bad.
games like at the low points where like sometimes the upper deck isn't full. But I'm curious. I mean, it's been packed recently. Ever since that winning streak, have you noticed the difference? Especially like on defense when you're out there, it feels like it's really loud now.
I ain't gonna lie. I think we got a great fan base in general. Like, Denver fans never disappoint. I feel like every home game we have, they're gonna come in, pack out the stadium. You know what I mean? Every third down we have, the stadiums be roaring, be loud. So I don't think they disappoint. Even before the winning streak, they came out, and just supporting. So I think I got one of the best fan bases across the league for sure.
Is there going to be a lot of Surtain family members at the game? Because it's Christmas. People coming here for the
People
holiday?
coming here for the holidays. Fam coming in, bring on the Christmas spirit. So I'm just ready for the cooking for real. I ain't got to worry about the gift opening. I'm worried about the food that's gonna be on the table.
Are they staying for New Year's too?
I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Wait, back to the food. So, Zach, you don't like Thanksgiving.
Yep.
So, did you guys do any like special cooking on Christmas?
We used to do crab legs, like king crab legs.
okay.
So that was great.
Yeah.
But a family member that comes to that is now allergic to crab, so we
So then-
can't. So we can't do that.
No,
anymore.
they just can't come.
Yeah, just vote.
I
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Hey,
But what's the Christmas spread for you guys? Is there a classic spread?
it's pretty similar to Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm
We double
sorry.
back.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Dang.
Maybe the dessert's different.
Yeah.
Maybe add like
yeah.
some Christmas cookies or something.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
As long as it had ice cream on it, you're good then.
Mm-hmm.
So,
So that's the only thing you like. As far what desserts do you
cream?
like?
oh, I love ice cream. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably my
Ice
favorite
cream?
food. Yep.
Solid. What kind? Just vanilla?
No, he's a pralines. Man, for sure.
Yeah, pistachio.
I mean, if we're being honest, cotton candy and bubble gum would be
Really?
the best. Yeah.
Bubblegum?
Yeah.
Bubblegum ice
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hopefully the bubble gum that doesn't dissolve either. So you're half your mouth's ice cream, the other half's just the gum that builds up in your mouth. The only issue is you can't find those at the store.
I haven't had bubblegum ice cream since like Baskin Robbins in like '99.
Yeah. I don't know if I even had it before.
Well,
That's
Bubblegum
probably
ice
the
cream.
best.
Oh,
Bubblegum
Probably
ice
the
cream?
best. Yeah,
Oh,
you don't need
I
that.
thought you were saying it is the
Oh.
best.
No.
You said
It's
it's
for
for
the
the
best.
best.
For
Okay.
the best.
No. Don't let Henry convince you of that. It's hard to find though. So next time I find it,
Yeah.
I'll save some for all of us.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta try it.
That'll be good off-season podcast. Try some
yeah.
bubblegum ice cream.
Yep. That's true. Okay, speaking of off-season pods, typically when we get to the off-season is when we start playing some games. And while we're not to the off-season yet, let's jump into our game that we've got for Pat after I tell you about our friends over at Primo Hoagies.
Primo.
It's a shame that the Broncos aren't playing in Philadelphia this year so we could get our hands on some really good Primo Hoagies. But the good thing is they're out in Denver right now, so you can get your hands on Primo Hoagies even being in town. So if you have family coming in town, go check out Primo Hoagies when they're here. You can order your party trays at primohoagies.com. They've got multiple locations in the Denver metro area, so check them out over at Primo Hoagies to find the closest hoagie to you because they are delicious. They're not just a hoagie, it's a Primo.
Check out Spirit Hound too. They make local spirits. Obviously, that's why they call it Spirit Hounds. But they're made in Lyons, Colorado, and they've won a bunch of awards. We don't just like them because they're local. We like them because they're really good too. They won the 2022 Whiskey of the Year at the London Spirits Competition. They know whiskey over there. So they've got whiskey and gin and vodka, and they like to source their ingredients from around the state. So they're all locally made with local ingredients. And if you bring in juniper berries, which they use to make gin, you can go to their Lyons distillery and you'll get a free cocktail. So Spirit Hound's now available in 40 states. They've got a new tasting room in the Highlands, which we went to, and it's awesome. So yeah, whiskey, vodka, gin, you can purchase at stores across Colorado. You can order it to 40 states or more. So go check it out.
All right, and let's check out this game.
Let's do it.
Pat, we're throwing a little Santa hat on you for this game and making you Santa here. What do you think? I think it looks flawless.
I like it. Yeah, I like it for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, you guys, instead of the turnover chain this weekend, you guys should do like a turnover Santa hat.
Santa
You
hat.
get
Wow.
a turnover, you
That's
put
a good
the hat
idea.
on.
You should be a coach, Zach.
Yeah,
Yeah.
wouldn't that get the guys fired up? I can tell the energy is hot right now. They're ready for it. Good idea, Henry. I think that's what they need
I
for a
like
win
the
this
hat.
week.
I like the hat. For sure.
So this first one is a gift that you're giving yourself.
Okay.
You going with a diamond Cartier watch or a diamond Cuban link chain? And by the way,
These
did
are
I get
all
the Cuban
Zach's.
link chain
These
right?
are all Zach's suggestions. If you don't know.
Yes,
Zach's
exactly.
idea. Zach's idea. This one.
I actually was crossing my fingers that I heard you right on the Cuban link chain and that it wasn't something else because I didn't even Google this one. I was just like, I'm throwing it up here.
No,
So
you're
is that
good.
right?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay,
You're
okay.
good.
Which one you going with, Todd?
I'm gonna have to go with the Cartier watch.
Okay.
I always think like watches being more classy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, when you wear watches, it looks more like sophisticated.
Yeah, businessman almost.
Businessman.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could rock the Cuban, but it's like, what's you gonna get the value out of it? You know what I mean? You're just rocking it to look flashy.
Yeah.
There's a
I
place,
always-
though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with neither, but I prefer the watch for sure.
And I feel like
Man.
you always notice nice chains, but you really notice like a nice watch.
Yeah.
Like you're like, oh shoot.
Yeah,
know
you know
what I'm
that's a
saying?
nice
Yeah.
watch.
Yeah. Man, I've never worn a watch. So I feel
Wow.
like I'm just been stripped of all classiness.
We'll get you right, man. Don't even worry about it.
It's always good to have a watch, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just for looks, right? Like, do you ever look at the time?
No, I still pull out
exactly,
my phone.
exactly,
Yeah.
100%. Okay, so now you get to give this to the Broncos this week, but you can't
Ooh.
give both.
Oh,
Russell Wilson 300 passing yards this
Oh.
week, or Justin Simmons, your boy, 2 interceptions.
ooh, man. Y'all put me in predicament, man. Shoot.
You're not wishing ill will on the other. You're just
No,
really
no,
giving
no.
a nice present to
Yeah.
one of them.
Let me see. Maybe I'll go with Justin 2 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I think he's about due.
Yeah.
I think he's about due for 2.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think he's
yeah.
about due for 2. You know
Also,
what
I
mean?
think this would be the best thing for the team to win because I think in Russ's both of his 300-yard games this year, the team has lost. I think he had 2 300-yard games in the first 3 games
Yeah.
of the season, and it was an 0-3 start. So,
Yeah.
and I have to imagine if Justin gets 2 interceptions, I'll say this, not you, Pat, against this offense,
Yeah.
I don't think they're scoring enough to make up for 2 picks from Justin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I,
agree.
mean, that's the formula.
Yeah, and what do we know about this team? Let's thrive off those takeaways.
Yep.
All right, let's hit this next one. We've got, here we go, Pat. Alabama to make
Oh,
the college
man.
football playoff. Of course, where you went. Or where Pops is, Florida State to make the college football playoff.
You know, I think the committee already answered this question.
No.
I think the committee already answered this question.
Did they answer it right?
It's pretty self-explanatory.
Oh, dang.
You know, I got to go with Bama. I
Yeah.
mean, but I do think Florida State definitely deserved a shot.
They did.
Obviously. I mean, when you go undefeated, being a Power 5 school, like you definitely need to be in the playoffs. But I mean, shoot, they want to see Bama.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong. You can't go wrong with Bama, man.
Are they winning it all?
Yeah, I
Easy.
believe it.
Yep. Yep.
I don't think it's gonna be easy though, but
okay.
I think they're gonna win it. You know, because I think like when I look at these 4 teams, I think they like pretty even match.
Yeah.
When I look at it from a talent standpoint and coaching standpoint, I mean, I think they picked the right 4.
I think you're being modest. I think Bama's going to roll right through
You think
all
so?
of them. Yep.
Yeah,
Yep.
you're right. No
Yep.
problem.
There we go.
I just want to see a good playoff for sure.
Yep.
That's
Yep.
it.
And I think with Florida State in there, it might not have been the best. Not anything possible,
Yeah.
just with not having your quarterback. You're like borderline Heisman quarterback. That's
Yeah.
tough. All right, 5 offensive touchdowns this week, or you guys get 5 defensive takeaways.
Let me say this. I'm gonna say 5 offensive touchdowns because I know we're gonna get
Yep.
5 defensive takeaways.
Yeah.
There's
There's the
we
answer,
go.
yeah.
How about that?
Yep.
I love
I'm
that.
feeling pretty optimistic about the takeaway situation. So
I
go
love
with
that. I
touchdowns.
love
There
that.
it is.
Which one is better for the team? I mean, I think they're both great for the
I
team.
think both are pretty great. Yeah, I wouldn't pass on either. Oh, I need the answer.
Yeah,
yeah, come on.
I'll take the takeaways. I'll take the takeaways.
Yeah, I'll take takeaways too.
And
Takeaways.
I'm rolling
5
with
is a
Pat
lot.
here. I'm gonna give the offense the touchdowns because that's 35 points at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's zero chance they lose if they score 35 this week. And then I also think if the offense drops 35 points, I think the defense might get 5 takeaways with that. All right, no winter for a year or no traffic from a year. This one's from the Henry Chisholm book.
Pretty good. Pretty good.
You did good.
Thank you.
It does. It really makes you think. I agree.
Yeah.
I go no traffic.
Yeah.
I hate traffic. Traffic like gets on my nerves, man. I don't know why. Like it's like traffic. Like you see just some standby traffic. Okay, there's an accident, obviously.
Yeah.
But some people they just drive so slow,
Exactly.
and it just gets on my nerves, man. But yeah, definitely no traffic.
Yeah, I feel like people create traffic. Like it's a freeway. It's straight.
Yep.
Everybody should just get on and start going. And then you get bad drivers that kind of make everybody start and stop, and then all of a
Yep.
sudden it's traffic.
Yeah, I go live in Colorado. I go no traffic for a year. If I still lived in Montana, definitely no winter for a year.
Because there's no
There's
traffic.
no traffic.
Yeah, it's pretty easy both ways. Yeah,
Move
yeah,
your
yeah.
tractor out my way.
No, that is the worst though.
Yeah, that's how it be for real though.
What?
That's how it be for real. In
I
Montana?
mean, you don't get behind tractors too often, but I mean, yeah, every couple weeks they'll get behind. Depends. I mean, if you like, depends on where you live, depends on where you go.
Yeah,
But yeah, I mean, they're out there.
that's hilarious.
Is that a valid excuse to be late for school? Like, sorry, teacher, I just got
No.
caught behind a tractor.
I don't think people really care if you even go to school up there.
Oh my god.
Like I showed up late like every day.
That explains a lot.
Yeah, I guess that's fair.
All right. This week you guys are wearing the. Is it the all? No, it's not the all white uniforms. You're wearing the snow-capped helmets.
Yeah,
though.
with the
But if
orange.
you had the choice
why
between
would
all white uniforms or all orange uniforms, which one would you roll with?
I ain't gonna lie, this might be a shocker, but I like the all white. I think
that would be mine, too.
I love the all white.
They do
I think
look
it's
good.
more clean.
Yep.
Everybody looks good in those too. Like I feel
Yeah.
like when they do like the white with the blue pants, you look at like Quinn, for example, not to like pick in particular, but the shapes just don't like work right. But the all white, somehow everybody looks good in them.
It's just crispy. It's clean.
It is, yeah.
It is. Especially when now they have a white helmet.
But we've never done that, right? We've
No.
never
Because they
gone with the.
can't.
No.
All white.
Yeah, and
helmets.
white
Yeah.
helmet.
Yeah.
No.
So the NFL rule is like you can have the alternate helmet, but you have to wear it with your Color Rush uniform, Color Rush jersey.
Oh.
I don't know why, because that's like
I think that
it's
would
dumb.
look
but
clean.
Yeah, it would look
the
really
all
It
good.
would
white.
look so
All white.
good. It
And
would look
then-
so
That look
good.
clean.
So what we were told, so this was the first year you could have an alternate helmet. So that's why this is the first year they have those white helmets.
Yep.
And then, so it was like, well, wait, why not make the Color Rush an all-white uniform? And apparently that takes like years to change. So they couldn't change that just this year.
Yeah.
So my guess is whenever, maybe next year, but whenever they get full new
Yep.
uniforms,
Yeah.
I would hope they change to all-white
Yeah.
alternates.
I think
to then
next-
be able
yeah.
to have that look.
Next
That
year,
would
I
be
think everybody's
sick.
gonna be looking pretty nice.
Yep, I think
Yeah.
so too. Is that it? We got maybe one more. Here we go.
Ooh.
for yourself.
Oh, yeah.
The Rolls-Royce
Oh.
Cullinan. Did I get it right?
Yeah.
Or an Alabama national championship.
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be selfish. I want the Cullinan.
Yeah.
Wow.
Even though you could buy that yourself.
I got me a natty already.
That's
Yeah.
true.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I need me a Cullinan, man.
Yes,
And if they
sir.
don't win this year, they'll probably just win next year. It's Bama.
Yeah.
I like
You know
that
what
thinking. I like that thinking there, Henry. No
Yeah.
row going back. What's a ring like for when you win a college football championship in college?
Like the size of it.
Yeah.
Or just,
Is it like a Super Bowl one? Like
Oh,
in
yeah.
terms of how
Yeah,
big
yeah.
it is?
Yeah, mine's like, I don't know how to explain, but it's probably like right there.
That's
Man.
big.
Pretty big. Like,
That is a necklace for me.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dang.
It's like a,
Todd, when Henry, next time that they wear their Super Bowl rings or their rings, let's wear ours.
What rings do you guys have?
I don't think I have. I'm doing rings.
Do you have any rings?
No. Someday.
Yeah.
Someday.
Oh, that's pretty hopeful of you. Pretty
Yeah.
optimistic.
Maybe like Sean needs like an analytics guy.
Yeah.
Sneak my way in, win a Super Bowl, get a ring.
okay.
I mean, like that's my only shot, right? Something like that.
No. I mean, flag.
Oh,
that is true. You can-
wow,
you
what
can.
a flex.
That's true.
flex.
That is
Big
true.
flex.
Damn.
That's right. Got the Avs ring. That's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah, dang.
Damn.
So
We
you
need
guys
to-
are the
Big
only
flex.
two on staff without a ring.
Yeah.
That does suck.
Wow.
It's
I
all
might get.
good.
Oh, I'll get married.
Yeah, there
Yep.
you go. That's what
There
I'm
we
saying.
go.
You're pretty optimistic that you're even going to
Oh,
get
yeah.
a ring. Yeah,
You do
I've
have a
got
ring.
Oh, it's not on.
Oh.
Oh. Hope Monica
Can we cut
doesn't
that
see
out?
this. Hope Monica doesn't see this.
Cut that.
I take it on and off all the time. It's
No,
just
yeah,
like
no,
that.
you gotta
terrible
explain
idea.
nothing to us. You know what I'm saying?
Today I had to take it off before the gym.
Hey,
I can't
it's all
bend
right,
the
man.
ring.
Who's
you
in
know?
the gym?
Oh man,
Is
I
that
think,
a ring right there?
Yeah, that's my ring right there. Yeah,
Shouldn't just be leaving that around though. For real, like that's not gonna end well.
yeah, that's mine. The DeMarcus Ware Super Bowl 50 bobblehead.
Bobblehead.
ring.
Oh, is that
Yeah.
the real DeMarcus?
Yeah.
Because we have the one it's Emmanuel Sanders, but it says Shane Ray on the base of it. I wonder, it might be up there.
Yeah, it's on one of these sets.
It's
so
around here
bizarre.
somewhere.
We've
Yeah.
got like one of one.
Yeah, if we get them both to sign it, that thing would be worth so much money.
Yeah, that actually would be really
Yeah.
cool. Man, this has been a blast. Do we have anything else, or is that it for today? You got it? You see it?
I found the bobblehead, but yeah, in terms of the podcast, I've got nothing.
Pat,
You know
thank you
you-
so much for rolling with us.
Yep.
Merry Christmas. We're hoping for a Broncos win for Christmas, just as I
Definitely.
know you are as well. Thank you so much for rolling with us, my man.
Thank y'all, man. Appreciate it every time, for sure.
We love it. We'll be back tomorrow on the DNVR Broncos podcast. Thanks for rolling with us.
We all silly like the mayor.